Okay, good morning, everyone. Let's start the class. So far, we are in the module 3, where we are discussing about oral presentation. So there we have discussed about importance of voice modulation and the 5 points which are actually helpful for voice modulation. Then we have discussed what is tone of voice. Then we have discussed how to describe a presentation process. Then what is oral presentation? What is public speaking? What is business presentation? That also we have discussed. And then how to prepare for a presentation. That also we have seen. So in today's class, we will discuss about organizing the material. Okay. So organizing the material for a presentation includes, or organizing a presentation includes, first one is blue sky thinking. That is the idea. Keeping your objective in mind, write down all the points you wish to make irrespective of order. Okay, so already you know about you are going to address a few people. So you have some objective. So by the end of this session, by the end of that session, the people who is listening to you should understand the following points, or the people who is going to listen you should be able to do something. So you have some objective like this in your mind. So you just write down all the points that is you wish to convey irrespective of order. Okay, you can write everything related to that particular topic. Then second point is selecting main points. Okay, so we have time limitation. We have the people, the audience of different levels. So depending on that, from the points you have written already, you can select few points. Okay, the main important point, and then you can prepare introduction session, main content, and conclusion based on this point. Okay, sometimes you will be in the first point. Okay, blue, and after blue sky thinking, you will be will be having some 10 to 15 points in your mind. So what you do is you select some of the best points, some 3 to 5 points, based on the capacity of audience, based on the time allotted to you, various conditions. Okay, you select some 3 to 5 points, then prepare introduction, main content, and conclusion based on these 3 points. So in your introduction session also, this important points should be reflected, because you should give an idea about what you are going to explain. So in the introduction session, and then you have main content. There you have to explain all these points, 3 to 5 points, in detail. And as a remark in the conclusion, you have to conclude this these 3 to 5 points. Then the third one is decide whether to illustrate. Okay, sometimes they may be requested for. Sometimes your presentation may be a short presentation, uh, and it may be not necessary to use some visual aids. Maybe PPTs are not required. You can without PPT also you can do some presentation, or videos like that. Nothing won't be required. You can just keep on talking. So it is you can decide, okay, whether you want to illustrate, you want to use visual aids, how to present it. That is depends on you. So you can decide whether it depends on the audience, depends on the situation. You can decide whether you require a visual aid, whether you should go in detail. Okay, uh, that you can decide. Then introduction and conclusion. Okay, so introduction should give a preview of the topic. preview that you are going to say, so that we have already discussed. Okay, we have, after self introduction, you have to give a preview about what you are going to say, and conclusion you have to say the repeat. You should repeat the main points, but you can use some use some different words to summarize the main point and argument. Okay, you can use different points. That is not that much necessary. You can summarize the thing. Okay, so in organizing material, first what you have to do is you have to write down all the important points related with your objective, then select some 3 to 5 points. So based on that, you prepare introduction, main content, and conclusion. Okay, so then plan for introduction. Okay, decide whether to illustrate. Okay, how to present, that you decide it. And whether you want to go deep into that, whether you want to use some visual aids, that you have to decide first. Then you have to prepare for introduction and conclusion. So these are the points which is helpful when organizing the material for a presentation. Okay. Next one is self-introduction. So far what we know, how to change the voice modulation, how to organize a presentation. We know details about presentation process. Okay. Now it is going much deep into that self-introduction. Okay. So when you are presenting to some people or some audience, maybe some of them knows you already, some of them may not be knowing you. So an introduction or self-introduction about yourself, or introduction about yourself, uh, will make some positive attitude in the audience, so that they will be eagerly waiting for what you are going to explain. Okay, so അത് എന്താ പറയാ, നമ്മളെ ഒരു നല്ലൊരു സെൽഫ് ഇൻട്രഡക്ഷൻ കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, so if they are much, they sometimes they may be much more interested in your presentation. So how to do the self introduction? So introducing yourself in a presentation is more than just saying your name. Okay, you can say my name is Rahul, or I am myself Rahul, like that you can say. It is an opportunity to share relevant detail about yourself and connect with your audience. So it is not only just saying your name, it is an opportunity for you to share relevant detail about yourself and connect with your audience. Okay, so be sure that you are preparing this self introduction uh, well before the session. Okay, so that is one important thing. You are not just saying it directly to audience. You have a clear idea in your mind that you are going to say this say these points during the self introduction session. But if you do this 2 or 3 times, it will be a practice, and then you can easily simply you can go in front of the audience and introduce yourself. That is not an issue. So first, for your first 2 or 3 presentation, you should have a clear idea what you are going to explain during the self introduction session. So far what we have learned is self introduction session. Self introduction is actually not just saying your name, it is an opportunity to share relevant details about yourself, so that you can connect with your audience. So they will be knowing about you. Who are you? What are you doing? Okay. So first, state your name clearly. You want the audience to remember your name. Okay. There are sometimes people, when people are speaking, sometimes their voice will go up, sometimes their voice will come down. So if you speak like this, my name is Rahul, something like that, so the last portion of the sentence won't be audible to the people. So what you have to do is you have to speak your or you have to tell your name clearly, so that most of the audience gets that or remember your name later also. Okay, then you can explain what is, then you can tell what is your qualification or what are you doing. Okay, along with your name, you can tell what is your qualification, what are you doing now. But along with that, okay, there is communicate your contribution to get audience excited. So what you have done already, that you can explain. Maybe you have done some project and those project is famous or successful. So the people audience will be more excited. Okay, and think about how you will help your audience and briefly communicate that rather than listing your credential and job title. Okay, so you can just tell your name, what are you doing, that's enough. Then just then you have to explain how you are going to help the audience, the people who are listening to you. Okay, so you can communicate it with you. So by the end of this course or after completing this course, the people who is listening to you will be able to understand these things. Okay, that you can communicate what are the benefit they will get if you listen to you, that you can communicate with them. So that is the most important session of this uh, most important part of this self introduction. Okay, ask yourself what special skill and experience that you have that would interest your audience and introduce yourself with those. Okay, so first you just tell your name, if required your qualification and what are you doing, what you are doing now. That is how you have to do the self introduction. Okay, so first tell yourself uh, what is your qualification, that is if needed. Okay, and then what you are doing now. Then uh, then you focus on what the benefit the listeners will get if they listen to you, that you can explain them. That should be the one of the best part in the self introduction session. Then it is a part of this introducing the topic. Okay, so how to introduce the topic? Introduce the topic. So provide an overview about your speech, like you are giving an introduction or you are going to discuss about uh, these many topics that you can give. So provide an overview of your topic uh, early on to show your listeners why they should interested in your speech. Okay, so first you provide an overview. Okay, first okay, let me start from the beginning. First you are giving an introduction by saying your name, what are you doing right now, what are the capabilities you have. Then you are explaining what the benefit the people who is listening to you will get after listening to your class. Then you are introducing your topic. So these are the topics which I are going to discuss. That means you are giving a overview to the students who is listening to you. Then key points you have to note down is describe the scope of your project when you introduce your topic that we have uh, already discussed. State your thesis or purpose clearly with emphasis in 1 to 3 sentences. Okay, uh, you can detail explain what you are going to explain it clearly. Okay, within 1 to 3 sentences. Provide an overview to your main points before you launch into the body of the speech. Okay, that's we are doing, of course. Before going to main content, we are giving an overview that we have just discussed. Okay, that is introducing the topic. We have discussed that. Then after presentation, okay, so you are assume that you are on a stage, you are introducing yourself, you are introducing what the benefit they will get if they listen to you. Then you are introducing the topic. Then you are going to the body of the presentation. You are taking each of these points, 3 to 5 points. Then you are explaining each one of them in detail. And after explaining all those things, then we have answering question. Okay, so you can ask them, do you have any questions? Okay, we have learned this in the previous class. Okay, we have to ask like, do you have any question? So the people will be asking questions to you, depends on your presentation, in some question related to your presentation, so you can answer it. But while answering, you have to note some important points. Okay, listen to the entire question before you begin to answer any question. Okay, so listen to the question. Do not answer in a suddenly when he is asking, when some person is asking question. You listen carefully to question before you begin the answer, answer any question. Okay, force yourself to listen to the entire question and make sure that you understand the question. Okay, first you have to you cannot tell anything blindly when people are asking question, because all the audience, all the people who is sitting there is listening to you. So when a question is asked, you have to clearly explain its answer so that it conveys everything. So if some person who is sitting near to that person who is asking the question, if listen to your answer, he should not get confusion about his understanding. ഓക്കെ, ഒരു സൈഡിലിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരാൾ എന്തോ നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രസന്റേഷൻ കേട്ട് മനസ്സിലാക്കി വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഡൗട്ട് ചോദിച്ച് അത് പെട്ടെന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ ആൻസർ പറയുമ്പോൾ അത് കേട്ടിട്ട് ഐഡിയയിൽ അയാൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കി വെച്ചതിൽ കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവാൻ പാടില്ല. Okay, so listen to the entire question. That is important. Listen to the entire question. Okay, so you have to force yourself. Sometimes immediately after he pronounce a word or some two or three words, you may be knowing the answer. Okay, there is maybe you know clearly about that particular answer. So, but you have to wait till he complete that question, because maybe he is giving an introduction about that particular question, but you have to wait till he completes his question, and then what you do is pause and allow yourself to value the question and listener. Okay, once he is asked the question, do not go and answer that question. Just pause a second or 2 or 3 seconds. Okay, then think about that question and just think that what he may be expecting by getting that answer. Okay, just pause a second and wait for 2 or 3 seconds to answer that question. Okay, once you get that question, you also can repeat the question loudly so that the entire audience can hear it. That also you can do. Okay, someone asked a doubt, you can repeat the question once again, so you will get enough time to think. Okay, that is the important thing. Okay, first he is asking question, you are listening to them. So, at that time you are getting some time to think about that. Then you are pausing for 1 or 2 3 seconds, so there also you will get some time to think. Later you can repeat the question loudly so that entire audience can hear it, and you can also confirm the question with the person who is asked that question. Okay, one more advantage is when repeating the question, you confirm the question with the person who has asked that question. Okay, but one more advantage is what I have explained is, by doing so, it will allow you to get some additional time to evaluate the question and formulate a response. Okay, what is the advantage of repeating the question? 3 advantages are there. One is entire audience can hear it. Second is you can confirm the question with the person who is asking that question. Third one is you will get some time to think about a response or think about the answer. Okay, so someone asked a question. you listen to it. Then what you are doing, you pause a second or 2 or 3 seconds, then you are repeating the question to the audience, and after that you can answer it if you know. Else you just say that you can will refer and tell later. That you also you can do, but most of the time try to answer that question. Credit the person who is asking the question. Okay, you can എന്താ പറയുക, നമുക്കൊരു അയാൾക്കൊരു ക്രെഡിറ്റ് കൊടുക്കാം അല്ലേ. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആസ്ക് ചെയ്തതിന്, ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിച്ചതിന് നമുക്കൊരു താങ്ക്സോ അങ്ങനെ അല്ലെങ്കിലും അത് ഒരു നമുക്കൊരു അപ്ലോസ് നമുക്ക് അയാൾക്ക് കൊടുക്കാം. Okay, response to the question honestly and best you can. Okay, so if you don't know the answer, do not confuse that person by telling something else. Okay, you can respond to the question honestly. If you don't know the answer, just you tell that don't know. I will message you later. I will inform you later. And you always try to give the best answer what he can get. Next is individual presentation practice. So for a presentation preparation, we have 8-step process. Okay, practicing a presentation is a personal process. So you are doing it yourself. There are 8-step process for preparing to present. Okay, you are going to do a preparation, practicing session. We can say that. Okay. So preparation begin with conceptualization. Okay. Internalize, don't memorize. Okay, you just first think about that presentation, understand where you are going to present, what you are going to speak, like that. You just think about that presentation first. That is what preparation begins with conceptualization. You are there will be audience sitting in front of you. There will be people. If you are speaking in a college, there will be the respective personalities in that college sitting backside to you. Like that, there will be many people, and the time is there. 1 hour, 2 hour timing is there. Then you are speaking to school students or maybe some official. Like that, you first think about that presentation. Then internalize, don't memorize. Okay, so you no need to memorize all the points or complete presentation. It is as usual. It should come from within you. നിങ്ങൾ ഉള്ളിൽ നിന്ന് അത് വരണം ആ പ്രസന്റേഷൻ. ആ രീതിയിൽ ഒരു പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യണം. കാരണം എന്തായാലും ഒരു ടോപ്പിക്കിനെ പറ്റി പറയുമ്പോൾ വെൻ യു ആർ സ്പീക്കിംഗ് അബൌട്ട് എ പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ടോപ്പിക്, ആക്ച്വലി യു ആർ ദ മാസ്റ്റർ ഓഫ് ഇറ്റ്. When you are presenting something to somebody, you are the master of it. You should know the complete concept. You will be knowing all the complete concept. So no need to memorize any point. You just go and present what you know. You should be able to do that. So I have seen when people are doing some project presentation, when they are in final years, they will memorize a lot of point. All the points they will be memorized. All the things in the report, all the things in the PowerPoint, they will memorize and come. So if in between we ask a question to that student, he will lose the flow in between, and he won't be remembering what to tell next, and he will be stuck there, not able to explain anything further. So that is why, because he knows actually what he has done. Okay, it is actually his project. He know what he has done. He can explain easily, but he has memorized something and we are presenting in that manner. So if you memorize, if you get some interruption, if you forget some points in between that, you won't be able to present further. And if you get any distraction like that, you won't be able to present it further. But if you internalize, if that concept is within you, okay, you can present it in a well-defined manner. If any distraction is there, you can present it easier because it is inside you. Present out loud. Okay, speak in a loud voice. and it should reach all the audience. Present standing up, do not sit and present. Okay, while preparing also you do that. Stand up and present. Present in clothes you are going to wear. Okay, while preparing also you try to be in that dress. Okay, cloth, because you will feel the real presentation. Okay, present in the cloth you are going to wear. So tomorrow is presentation is there, the similar kind of dress you wear and practice. Okay, and time it, just while preparing you just count the time, how long it is there. Okay, see what you are presenting, visualize your success. Okay, like that you can prepare for a presentation. So this is not about presentation. Okay, this is just about preparation of a presentation. So just first what you have to do is first think about how you are going to present, what are the atmosphere, the place where you are going to present, the people who is sitting for listening. About that you can think an overview. Then do not memorize, internalize. Okay, while preparation, do not memorize all points, internalize all the points. Then present at loud. Preparation time also you can present out at loud. Okay, so when you are presenting your project presentation, what you do is close the door. The day before the presentation, you just close your room door and you present it in a loud voice. Okay, then stand up and present. Okay, do not sit and present, stand up and present. Present in the clothes you are going to wear. Okay, നിങ്ങൾ നാളെ ഏത് പ്രസന്റേഷനിൽ പോകുമ്പോൾ ഏത് ഡ്രസ്സാണ് വിയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത് അതേ ടൈപ്പ് ഡ്രസ്സ് തന്നെ വിയർ ചെയ്യും. Then time it, just check how long the presentation is going to last. Okay, then just see what you are presenting, where you are presenting, then visualize your success. So finally you visualize your success. After your presentation everybody is engaged, applauding you, motivating you, like that you visualize your success. That is the 8 process for preparing a presentation. Next one is presenting visuals effectively. Okay, visuals means, a visual aid supplement words with pictures, chart, graphs, or other visual information. Okay, so suppose you today what you are going to do is you are going to compare some corona cases of different states, okay, in India or different countries around the world. So if you keep on telling the percentage in China is less than India, the percentage of Japan is this much less than India, percentage of America is this much is compared with India, like that, if you present, the people won't actually listen. Okay, there are a lot of percentages coming, there are a lot of country name is coming, but if you have a chart or a graph which is showing all these things, it is a better thing. Okay, a graph or chart which is showing how much percentage is corona cases in other country respective to India. If you have a chart or diagram or an image or graphs like that, it will be very good. The people can look into that graph, they can read all those points. If you keep on telling this much percentage, that much number, people won't listen to you. Okay, better you can go for a chart or graph. So that is the importance of visual aids. So people will be able to understand, remember everything easily. Okay, so these visual aids are important because they help the audience to understand and remember, and increases the audience interest and act as a note or reminders for the speaker. ഓക്കെ, സോ സ്പീക്കറിനും ഈസിയാണ് കൂടുതലൊന്നും പറയേണ്ട. ആ ചാർട്ട് നോക്കി അയാൾക്ക് ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു വിഷ്വൽ എയ്ഡ് ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? ഇഫ് ഹി ഡസന്റ് ഹാവ് എ വിഷ്വൽ എയ്ഡ്, ഹി ഹാസ് ടു റിമെമ്പർ ഓൾ ദീസ് പെർസെൻറ്റേജസ്, all these countries' name. But if you have a visual aid, which is very easy, just look at that visual aid and explain the things. Okay, so better when your presentation is in order to make your presentation much more interesting, you can always go for visual aids. Okay, so today, so far we were discussing about, okay, so if we review the complete module so far discussed today, because I am not, I will just explain you what we have discussed so far in this module. Before going to the next topic, debate and group discussion. Okay, first we have seen voice modulation, the important points which is related with voice modulation, pitch, volume, pause, tempo, and expression. We have discussed that, what are each one. Then we have seen tone of voice. Tone of voice means while speaking, there are two types of tone actually, soft tone and hard tone. When you are speaking as word, example, excuse me, you can change the tone of that voice. Depends on the situation. Then we have described a presentation process. First, you have to think about the audience. Then you have to organize material. This is what we have discussed in today's class, or how to organize information. Then you have to build a reputation that will be helpful for audience to remember what you have explained. Then you have to give introduction and then explain the main body, then give a conclusion. Practice, present it. This also we have discussed, practicing. Okay, so today we have discussed about these 2 points, organizing and practicing. So presentation process is audience you have to take care of, then organize your material, keep on repeating the points. Introduction is there, you have to prepare introduction, main body, conclusion, practice the session, then you have to present. We have seen different types of presentation: oral presentation, business presentation, public speaking. Then how to do the presentation also we have discussed. Okay, then organizing material, that point we have discussed just before presentation process. Okay, oral presentation. So organizing presentation. So we have explained that first you have to keeping in the objective in the mind. Okay, നിങ്ങളെ പ്രസന്റേഷന്റെ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് എന്താണെന്ന് മൈൻഡിൽ വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാ പോയിന്റ്സും എഴുതിയെടുക്കുക. വാട്ട് ആർ ദ പോയിന്റ്സ് യു ഹാവ് ടു കൺവേ ടു ഓഡിയൻസ്, ദാറ്റ് യു ഹാവ് ടു റൈറ്റ് ഇറ്റ് ഡൗൺ. ദെൻ സെലക്ട് സം ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് പോയിന്റ് ഫ്രം ദാറ്റ്. കുറച്ച് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് പോയിന്റ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് നിന്ന് സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യാം. That should be conveyed to the audience. Then based on that, you prepare introduction session, main content, and conclusion. Okay, you have to decide whether you have to illustrate, go in deep into that, or you just to cover the overview of that topic. Then prepare introduction and conclusion. Then about self-introduction. So while introducing yourself, so first you have to tell your name. If you want, you can explain your qualification, and also you explain what you are currently doing. Then you explain, if they listen to you, what the benefit they will get. That is about self-introduction. Then you give complete overview about the topic which you are giving to explain on that day. Then we have seen answering a question. So how to answer a question? So first, completely listen to the question. You should wait yourself till the person who is asking question complete the question. Okay, so then you pause for a second or two so that you will get some time to think. Then you can repeat the question loudly so that entire audience hears it. You can confirm it with the person who is asked the question. Then you will get some time to think about that question, or you will get some time to get the answer to that question. Then after answering, you credit the person who has asked the question. Okay, and also while responding, respond to the question honestly. That means uh, if you don't know the answer, simply you don't explain like that is a wrong concept. Not answer wrongly. If you don't know the answer, just tell him, I will refer you and tell, I will refer you and mail you, I will refer you and message you. Okay, do something like that. And also while explaining, you clearly answer his question so that the entire people listen to it and they also get some idea. Then we have discussed individual presentation practice. So when you are practicing a presentation, what are the things you have to do? Preparation begins with first conceptualize the presentation, internalize, do not memorize, present at loud, present standing up, present in cloth you are going to wear, time it, see where you are presenting, visualize your success that you have to do. Then we have also seen what is the importance of visual aid in a presentation. So rather than speaking about some point continuously, you can present it with a picture or graph or something. Okay. So that is about today's class. I think you understood it. We will just take the attendance. Just wait a second.